I think we're live. I think we might be live. Are we live? I think we might be live. We're live. All right. Do this. My channel. There we go. Copy that. Hopefully, this software is better. We'll see. Frictional games. Let's see if it picks it up. Nope, it's not. There we go. Let's see if the face cam works. Turn this down.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right. Well, I don't think we're gonna get face cam, but that's okay. We have amnesia. That's the important part. Oh, gotta open up. This. That's not it. This. hear me now? Hold on. Camera, desktop audio. We'll turn this down. How about this? Is this better? Test 1, 2, 3. Is this better? Should be better. Are we good? Are we good to continue? Waiting for messages. Stream lag. Is my tea still too hot to drink? The answer is yes, my tea is still too hot to drink. Let's give it a couple minutes. Okay, so if you can't hear the game, I can turn that up a bit to about there. Is that better? Or maybe you can't hear the game because I'm not in it. How about now? Is this better? Are we better? Type in Discord since I don't actually have chat on my screen. We're better? Alright, let me know if it's not. I can always change it. I don't know where Chilote's at, but he can join us in a minute here. The last thing we did is we read a note, but I believe my stream cut out before you guys saw what the note said. So we'll bring that back up and then continue forward. Loading. Lag. Stream lag. Amnesia's always had a problem with that. I don't know why. Hot. Tea is very hot. Next things I need to get is well, probably a microphone first, so I can have better audio quality, and then a camera after that, because I can't even get the camera functioning half the time anyways. Okay, there we are. I believe plague outbreak. Was this it? I think this was it. The strange deaths among the servants and the prisoners have finally been resolved. It seems that the drain sewer, which has recently been opened up for use as a means of transport, is plagued by a peculiar poisonous fungi. The victims seem to have suffered an extremely quick outbreak of sickness affecting the entire body. Some of my men, including myself, are blissfully spared by this calamity, but it is clear that this cripples my progress. The prisoners die quickly, and their contaminated vitae leaks the energy I seek. I shall immediately start working on a vaccine. Yeah. Alright. Moving forward. Tinderbox. Can always use more tinderboxes.
I hear you breathing, Daniel. Do you hear me? Have you changed your mind?
Alright. Guess that's just an example of how video games cause violence. Yeah. Vaccine trials. The vaccine enabling my men to work in the fungi-ridden sewer is a definite success. Unfortunately, only a few of the servants have been remedied as the procedure proved difficult. The others will perish, and eventually I will have to create more of them to keep my experiments running. Note that an injection of vaccinated blood will work as a shield long enough to pass the sewers without any risk of infection. It will do fine for prisoner transport. So it's not a cure, but hey, laudanum, tinderbox. Ooh, another one of these things. I fear for Daniel, for he is reckless. He is tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? Excuse me. My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I can't read today apparently. What cruel irony that I have to do unto him what Agrippa did unto me. Tinderboxes are to light candles. Also in hard mode, they're used to save. You need 4 tinderboxes to save in hard mode, but this is not hard mode because we messed up when we started, so we're just playing regular mode. Whoa, grody. Alright. Gonna tickle your tootsies. You folded in half in there, dude? That's some crazy. You got flat feet. You got like severely flat feet there, dude. You need some arch support in your shoes or something. Alright. Poisonous fungi. Is that what this is? Is that what I'm suffering from? Is that why it's all green? Was there any reason to come in here? I didn't get anything from in here. Other than like ear-splitting headache from that noise. Okay, go away. Hey, there's more dudes. What's up? Party in the bathhouse, apparently. There's gotta be something here. Hold on. There can't be a reason for 2 empty rooms. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Body stiff from rigor mortis and can't be older than a day. This is true, because after rigor mortis kicks in, the muscles will actually loosen up. Corpse in the morgue is only a day old. So what we're gonna need is... there's something missing. Can I combine it with something? Can I like saw off? The bloodstain texture is apparently slightly higher than the floor. All right. Can I like saw off a limb here? No? All right. What am I missing? What am I missing? It's been a while since I've done this. I don't see anything on the shelves. There's gotta be something in these rooms, right? Gotta be an item or something. Did I miss something in here? Why were you crawling up here? To the ash. Why is my visual funky? It's this stuff.
Find her!
Alright. I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something. Hands on the wall. What am I missing? I can't. Combination does not work. Combination does not work. Oh, do I need to use this first? Nope. I'm a little stuck, guys. Good thing I have like unlimited oil. Okay, there we go. Yeah, did you know that your blood squirts out like that when after you're dead? There's still something missing. What do you mean there's still something missing? He's not gonna have unlimited blood. I mean, he will because it's a game, but... What do you mean? What do you need me to do? Can I, like, crack open his skull even farther? I know I need this because I need to inject the blood into my arm. I need your blood, sir. There's something missing. There's nothing missing. Can I catch the blood in here? No. That's not gonna work. I need to stick this in my own arm first. What do you need me to do? Blood cannot be injected without the proper tool. Where do I find said tool? I don't know what it wants from me. Also, apparently when you're dead, you have like an unlimited blood supply. Did I miss something? Oh, of course I missed something. This is where I'm at. Okay. Of course I missed something, because I didn't explore this whole area.
What happened? Why are all these dead? Where am I? What's happening?
There we go. Now I have a syringe.
Help! Anybody! Help!
Because, you know, we needed to break open his head in order to use the syringe. So we could have just, you know, sucked the blood right out of his arm or something.
3 days now. This is ridiculous.
Can't see anything.
I sent someone into this room! Hey! Anybody! Am I all alone here? Help! Help! I'm so tired. If I sleep, will I wake from this nightmare? If not, I pray my Heavenly Father will take me in my sleep.
Where do I need to go? This way? I think it's this way. Nope, not this way. This way. Alright, because you have an unlimited blood supply. Alright, touch. Also, whenever you get stabbed with a syringe, you just immediately black out. That always happens. Whoa. Get out of here. I hear him walking around in there. Died yet, so that's good. So the thing with dying on this game is a glitch. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's a feature. I don't know. But if you die, all of the enemies despawn in the area. So we've been trying not to die to prevent that, because otherwise the game just becomes easy mode. You just literally run through everything. you have to do is worry about insanity, which on regular mode doesn't really matter because all you do is collapse. Have the floor spin around you for a second until you wait to stand up. Alright, you should be fine. Oh, vision is all wibbly wobbly. And the door is right here. Okay, so we have the water drained, and we have... He waited for his eyes to adjust to the darkness, but no shape or contour appeared. Okay, so we have the antidote for the poison, or not really an antidote, but like it'll help. And then we also drain the water. So we should be good to go. We should be able to cross here. Sewer. Henry Bedloe went to class carrying the anger of his bitter mother. He never cried, he made others cry instead. Pain is like that. You either become sad or you become angry. Henry always chose the latter. Okay. Here we go. How is there light here? That's what I want to know. We're like way underground. It should be completely dark. We should have some more of that advanced darkness going on here. Unless there's like bioluminescent fungi. Hear you. You don't see me. You don't see me. Alright. So he went that way, so let's go this way. It's probably the safe option, right? See him over there. Is there tinder boxes over here? Tinder boxes? No. Don't be screaming at me. I was just exploring. Gosh. Okay, so there's a ladder there. I mean, can I just like pick up a piece of that ladder and like throw it on the wall, against the wall, and climb up that? I think that would be the option. Is this the only source of light in this whole thing? It's just bouncing around everywhere. Okay, no, apparently we got a couple. But like, we're so far underground. How is that like? I guess we're not under Castle Brandenburg anymore. We're in the middle of town. I don't know. What is this? It's a new place. Cool. Barrel containing a few drops of oil. We don't need a few drops of oil. We're basically. I scribbled something. The two levers control the noisy machine. Okay. I know what they do, but I don't know which positions they need to be in. At least I think I know what they do. I think that little spinny thing that we saw at the very beginning. Excuse you! That spinny thing that we saw at the beginning, I think it stops that spinning. That way we can get by. Sploosh, sploosh. This thing.
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go! Please, don't take me! Nobody ever returns!
Please don't take me. Nobody ever returns. Well, yeah, that's there's reasons for that. Tinderbox! Yes. We have enough tinderboxes. We have 52 tinderboxes. The pipe seems to be a little... Just wiggle it a little bit. There we go. Got pipe. Pipe acquired. Pipe in here. Wheel is spinning too fast to be jammed. Head is pounding, hands are shaking. To jam the wheel, it must first be slowed down. Okay. How does one slow down? Obviously over in this direction. Actually, let's hold on. Let's take a good hard look at that real quick. Make sure that there's no correlation between this spinning, what gear it needs to be set on. I see nothing. No gears. No. Not standing there. Immediately die. I see nothing. No markings, nothing. So I guess it's just trial and error. Okay, there's only, what, 1,000 possibilities? No, I guess it wouldn't be 1,000, it would be 1,000. Wait, hold on, I can do the math. 3 plus 6. Is that how math works? That seems faster. Well, that sounds slow. That sounds really slow, so maybe that's it. Nope. You see nothing. You see nothing. Close. Yeah, okay. Should have looked at it anyways, just so you guys could see what it was. Alright. So he should be permanently gone, unless they... Oh, jeez, no he's not. No, he's not. They must have fixed that. Talk about jump scare. Alright. He's gone now. Let's see where he's at. It's too bright down here to hide from them. I was hoping he didn't see me when I walked down there so I could just hide in that corner and not make noise with the door. Because otherwise he would have came in that room. I probably would have died anyways. Maybe I could have hid behind the pipes, like I did when I opened the door the second time there. But I don't know. Jam! Welcome to the Space Jam! Alright, 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 alright. Anybody want some shrooms? Tell you these are probably psychedelic shrooms, considering that they're growing literally in human waste, human excrement. What? What am I getting on? Oh, it's the body? Oh no, there's a body chopped in half. Oh yeah, here you go. This is what these things look like.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
I can't turn it around. So you have to deal with that. There you go. That's what they look like. Got these long, actually almost human-like arms. There's a story about those though. And that's their fat lower bodies. Apparently, I didn't even realize this, but apparently, aha! Well, fine then. I won't stand over there. I think I got some laudanum. Where am I supposed to go? Did I miss something? I missed something. Do I need to like reattach his body here? Yeah. Oh, if I had to guess. Yep. What does our note say? A barred gate was torn down by that creature. Oh, shoot. You see nothing. Gotta hide over in this corner. So that dead corpse is called Gatherer. And then there's the second enemy, which is the one that killed me. That's the Brute. I believe he's still in this room. Okay, he's gone now. He be gone. That means that we be moving on. So, and honestly, this is the kind of horror game I like. I don't like the horror games where it's like, hey, it's a horror game, but you get like an arsenal of weapons to defend yourself. It's like, no, man. It's also why Amnesia, or not Amnesia, Alien Isolation is very good. You do get a flamethrower and a couple of weapons, but they're not very effective. Flamethrower can deter the alien, but it doesn't kill it. You just have to use your wits. That should be the next game I play. It's such a good game. I love Alien Isolation. Where are you at, bruh? I heard your moose call. Somewhere. I don't see him. Maybe he's not patrolling. I thought he was patrolling. He could just not be patrolling, I guess. Alright. I saw the splashing water and I thought it was him walking. Laudanum! There. Oh, he's right there. Dost thou move? No. You're not gonna move, you're just gonna stand there. Is that a gatherer or a brute? I couldn't tell. I think it's a gatherer. In which case, we could outsmart him. and outspeed him. But aha, yes, that's what we need. You didn't see me. You saw nothing. Nothing. Climb, climb, climb. No, he stopped chasing us. I watched Markiplier play Soma, and honestly, it didn't seem too scary. Now, it might be different when I play it, but I don't know. You know, I wasn't happy with Amnesia Machine for Pigs either. There is never any escape. Things like this live with you always. How could he know if Henry would show up down the road or even at his house? Is he that mad? Would he do that? But yeah, Penumbra was good. It was what's the word I'm looking for? The ambiance, I guess. That might be the word I'm looking for. I don't know. It was very horror-esque, except for the last one. The last one wasn't. I mean, it still had the same atmosphere. Atmospheric, that's the word I was looking for. It had the same atmosphere, but it like gave you a gun, and it was like, here, go like shoot everything that was scaring you before. And then it was like, oh well, this isn't scary anymore because now I can defend myself. But the first two were actually really good. For the number of games. And Machine for Pigs I didn't like. It was atmospheric again, just like this one. However, I should have gotten the drops of oil from that other thing. Don't really need them, but the music design in A Machine for Pigs was off. It was not good. Like this, you have the chase music, you have like the atmospheric stuff. There was like, the music was almost non-existent in Machine for Pigs, which just made it not scary. Like, I'd be sitting there in the dark, you know, I can't see anything, and then all of a sudden an enemy would like walk by me. I'm like, I had no idea you were there. It didn't jump scare me or anything, you would just like walk by, and I'm like, oh, alright, that's a thing.
9th of August, 1839. I can't
Mic off.
sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
Mic on.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry, I decided to step out during that diary entry there for a second, so that way I could use the washroom. But we're back! Oh, the diary entry, ethical dilemma? Yeah. It's not working. Something must be wrong with the machinery. 2 levers on the top floor are not working. It is probably some problem with the machinery. Because literally everything in this castle is falling apart. Which really doesn't make any sense if you think about it, because Alexander should be taking care of it. That one body died less than a day ago, right? So Alexander is still active in the castle, and this is all his machinery that he needs for his experiments. It shouldn't really be falling apart. Well, some of it probably should be, but not all of it. Okay. That's enough light. Down the spiral staircase. I think I got enough tinder boxes for this. Thought I wouldn't have enough here. Sarcasm intensifies. And I also believe there's some goodies underneath the stairs. Like usual, always check underneath the stairs. Hey, goodies underneath the stairs. Need that. How's the lighting for you guys? It was light in the sewers, so we probably didn't need to worry about that, but here it's kind of dark. I don't know if you guys can still see or if I need to change the brightness. This is using a different
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake.
software.
Can you
so.
feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
Agrippa. Laboratory. Wasn't we already in a laboratory? Isn't there a laboratory upstairs? Why would one need 2 laboratories? Turtle Boy says brightness is good. Hey, who'd that be?
Help me.
Help.
Pull the switch.
Pull the switch. This
Next to me.
one? Ow! Poking myself on the spikes.
Please.
Fine. Is it this one?
Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be?
Hey, it's Agrippa!
Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You worry too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has one. That's not very promising at all. The sectum is basically impenetrable, but guess why not? It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken arm and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak madness, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
You know what another good game is? Talking about games is Amnesia Justine is very interesting. It's not as words, they escape me. Generally, it's not as scary as Amnesia, but it involves choice making, which is interesting. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Well, if you listen to...
I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Weyer, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to heaven. A recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
A group of the dying man seeks a note written by a man named Johann Weyer. Well, we do have something addressed to Johann from Agrippa.
What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it.
Find a way to fix it. Yeah. The first time I played, I had no idea that this was here.
Me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa.
I didn't ask, but
I
okay.
was once quite important to you. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
Alright. We will go back upstairs because we fixed that.
Alexander is quite impressive.
Okay,
in
shut up,
many
Agrippa.
ways,
Nobody cares.
But he has grown impatient.
I know. I know why he's growing impatient. Moving forward. Let's stop tripping on the stairs. Let's go. Up, 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 up. Back into this other room. Yeah, so the first time I played that, I had no idea that that trapdoor was there above that area. It's just something that you kind of gotta... Like, if you walk over there, you can hear the machinery, but, like, that's it. Otherwise, there's no indication that that's there. Yay, we solved a puzzle! Alright. Moving forward. That's not the one I want. I want this one.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
What was that? What did I get spooked by? There's nothing there. It's just all of a sudden it's like, spook. You are now spooked. Prepare to be spooked.
Ah, you get it. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do
You
it.
talk too much. I guess, I mean, okay, I gotta give him some slack, I guess. Alright, so, where do we go? Torture room 1, 2, or 3? You guys pick. Torture room 1, 2, or 3. The stream must be well behind because nobody's typing yet. Chalote. 2. Torture room 2. Alright. Here we go. Well, that was a good choice. That was an excellent choice. Torture room 2, alright. Nothing in here. Back up, not 2. Let's see what's in here. Chancel, whatever. No, let's slide over there. We got some meat, boys. We got some meat. Somebody's tummy is a rumbling.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Alright. Whoa! Spooky, nothing was there. Oh man, 40 tinder boxes. I'm running out of tinder boxes. Jeez, why didn't you guys stop me? Telling me I'm using too many tinder boxes. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate, it grants a certain form of pride. Onward. I heard that. Bug, get off my eyeballs. Oh, I know where we are. Hold on. We don't want to go down here yet. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Alexander really knew about the torture, huh? Let's see what's in door number 1. Fling it open with reckless abandon. I see the paper there. Ooh, touch. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Well, okay, there's a whole reason for this, and like I said, we'll discuss it when the game's over. We're almost there. Agrippa channels Wire. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and he still insists on me releasing Agrippa. What? Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reasons for my efforts, and he still insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. So Wire is actually talking to Alexander here. Well, this is Alexander narrating Wire talking to Alexander, if that makes sense. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him a grip of first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, Vitae and Tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Karnak. I will have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So that's what those things are called, Karnaks. One note speaks of a mixture made with 3 ingredients. So, I wonder if Agrippa will take that note, because he was talking about us finding a note from Wire. And it's not actually from Wire, but... Alright, enough with the bugs crunching my brain. 37. Still have 37. Behind door number... Oh, it's choir entrance. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Excuse me? Was that the wall settling there? This music is so good! Ow! Such a rush, I just slammed the thing into my own face.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions.
Oh, hello, person.
No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh.
Let me out.
Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer.
Let me out,
Hurry.
let me out, let me out, let me out. I don't wanna, let me out. Okay. It's a cool looking dagger, though.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Don't worry. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. Don't you worry. Don't worry.
Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see.
Hush, hush.
I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Got crazy eyeballs again. Whoa. Hi. Startled me there for a second. Well, you're not the dude that I sacrificed, because you're not cut anywhere, so maybe you were the next victim. I don't know. Crazy eyeballs are gone. Crazy controls are gone. Who's keeping all the candles lit? I don't know. Alexander? The gatherers? I don't know. Not Agrippa. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the wall, floor, something. No, we put him to sleep.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Frick. Not an expert, but I'm pretty sure these are jungle leaves, and we should be somewhere in the middle of the Prussian woods. So that doesn't make any sense. So, and if you've been piecing the story together, Alexander has been telling me these have been murderers and criminals, but they're really not. They're just random folks that Alexander has kidnapped. So we just killed an innocent person. Or, sorry, we put an innocent person to sleep. Bones! So, odd assortment of bones there. Alright, let's see. What's behind door number... Always close the doors behind you. That way they can't sneak up on you. Hey, I know what this is.
Dead.
Excuse me. Actually, it's not what I thought it was. It's something different. Is that laudanum? Do I see laudanum? Yes, it's some laudanum. Like we need any more. Ah! Ah! That would have had a better effect if I had walked out straight towards it. That's what I'm looking for. Piece of the orb. Hey, look, I'm Cage Man. Ah. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Grody. Can I go inside there? Ow! I don't know what I expected. Not that. A few cuts and bruises, we're fine. Definitely did not expect that. Did you just pass out and recover some of your sanity already so I don't have to deal with this? Alright, lantern. Here, we'll stare at this for a moment. Get our sanity back. It is really cool how they have the visual effects though for when you're crazy, like everything just kind of warps around and it goes all fuzzy. place been like caves. Very cave-esque. There's a bridge there. I think that's the only place that we can actually cross. Let me double check the sprint. I wonder if I can fall off the edge. Is this like Dark Souls? Is there edge walls? There's another bridge here. Alright, well, we'll cross this bridge. Whoa, you're speedy! You're super speedy. I'm not here. Go away, you didn't see anything. Gotta love the AI. I didn't realize you were so speedy. I knew you were faster than the Gatherers, but... That was a brute, by the way. I knew that they were faster than the Gatherers, but I didn't realize they were that speedy. Apparently the Shadow does not like my presence either. Ooh. So hard to see anything in here. Alright. Sorry, that took me by surprise there. Alright, here we go. Here's another place to enter. Close that behind me.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Spooky. Piece of the orb. That's what we needed. There's a big old hammer. Bet you this is what we used up here. Why am I walking so slow? This is what we used. We just went. Ready? Poof! Alright. Got a piece of the orb. Next piece. Hopefully is right over here. I hear you over there. So we're gonna stand right here. Nice. Where are you at, bruh? There you are. You're walking away from me, but I don't trust you. Anyways, we're gonna sit here and sip some tea. And I highly doubt they would last days, like Alexander said, just because you can only go like 3 days without water. And if you're losing blood, you're going to need more water even more frequently than that. Tinderbox.
Get her back!
So you probably last maybe a day at the most. You see nothing. You see nothing. Loose man. There you are. I don't know if you guys can see him, but I can barely see him through the red haze. It's like right there. He's gonna be going down that way, I think. Yep, there he is. So we can walk this way. I wonder if there's like hidden tinder boxes in here that I missed. Probably, right? Oh, I thought that was a drop off for a second. Thought I was about to walk to my doom. Oil! Oh, here you go. It should break open. Well, do I have... There we go. Picked up poison gland. I don't know why I couldn't just tear it off with my fist. Tear things with your fist. Whoa, this one's a good one. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bull as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull's bellow. There we go. Yo. Is that all the pieces over here? Might have been all the pieces over here. That's why it gave us the clean bill of health. Who knew that picking up pieces of a ball could heal your sanity? I didn't like this one. So we should... Oh, I thought we could jump on this. There might be a way to. I don't know. But that doesn't... We already saw the other side of that. That was where we were just a second ago. I'm been on 25 tinderboxes. I should probably just stop randomly lighting fires. Okay, that was the last one. Nothing over here. Okay. Cool. Now we just gotta watch out for Moose Man, because who knows where he's at. Somewhere. I heard him. I don't see him. We're in a good hiding place though if he comes this way. There he is. We're on the other side of this pillar. He should be... There he is. He's walking down that way. So we should be in the clear. I don't know if there's two moose men, one on each side of the bridge, or if there's only one. I don't know. But the entrance should be direct directly in front of us. Or very nearly directly in front of us. There it is. So we can get out of here. So we got everything we needed. Alright, goodbye, Mooseman. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Sorry about that disruption with the mic. It clanked my glass as I was taking a sip of my tea. Who closed these doors? I specifically remember leaving them open. Alright. Let's move forward. Why did this need 2 loading screens? Maybe just for the enemies. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. Have I gone in here? I think I did, right? Who's closing? I did, because I clicked on that already, right? Yep, we saw that already. So interestingly enough, those little canisters, I think that was the last one, those little canisters exist in Penumbra. And at least in Penumbra, obviously it's not an actual prequel, but it's like a...
Was there something else?
Yeah.
Incredible! You found Via's recipe. There might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate, Daniel. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Via describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Okay, so those canisters, Agrippa the dying man wants a specific tonic to save him. Those canisters exist in Penumbra, and what they do, canonically, they don't actually do this in game, but they, like, I believe they kinda act like, the Deathly Hallows in Harry Potter, where they actually take part of your soul and store it there. Oh. Meat. So this is a well, that's how I knew to put the meat there, and you can actually hear the water splashing down below. So there's a Karnak there, down there. And they are carnivorous, which... Why do I not cast a shadow? Like a vampire or something. I'll take your slobber cover. Remains. There's one more ingredient, right? Right? Oh yeah, the Tempter. But the Karnak aren't from this world either. Right? Hold on. Was I reading that right? Paralyzer, Vitae, and Tempter. Oh, okay, so we got the Tempter, we got the Paralyzer, we need the Vitae. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed against the bedpost. Cool. This is really cool looking. This is a good looking room. Stop whispering.
Oh, Baron, have much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Alright. Let's go behind door number 1. It is dark in here. My gosh, okay. Do I want to light that? Not really. Leave the hallway lit. Whoa. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. What that next step was, I don't want to know. There you go. There's a picture. Gross. Does that move that? I can't see. Oh, there we go. It does. It moves that. Picked up a piece of
The shadow. It's close now.
the amount of thought that they put into the torture devices in this game is just... they're all like legit torture devices too.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
The cradle.
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
You guys know what this is for? You know how it's used? It's disturbing. You can't hide from me. So let's see, that goes there, and this goes there, and that goes there, and this one goes there. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Do I have 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 pieces of the orb. Oh, and here's the pipes again, leading his screams back down to all the others. wait, is it this one? Oh, I'm going a little bonkers here. Sanity. Just a little. Well, give me that. Okay, and give me this, please, because this should clear my sanity. There we go. Oof. Right. Grody. Ugh. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Extra grody. I like that guy's just like. That's probably the worst, honestly. Well, I mean, being cooked alive would be bad too. Oh, I don't know. They're all terrible. Stop screaming at me. Oh, if I would have looked at this while I was crazy. Oh, but we didn't. Whatever. Ooh, give me that. String. I don't know what I need the string for. One of those, so we can click on that. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creatures can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victims, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are therefore to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient as it will trigger itself into greater fear. Simply by imagining it, while applying pain, the point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. Why that couldn't have been put on the other page, I don't know. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. So he's completely aware of what he's doing, and he doesn't necessarily take joy in doing all this. He knows that he's a monster. He knows that what he's doing is not good. Can I won't stay together. I'm missing an ingredient for Agrippa. That shouldn't be an issue. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Don't be screaming at me.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me. Please.
Oh, shoot. I'm dumb.
My fate is in your hands.
We need the vitae. Where's the vitae? It's in the blood. That's not what I want. Where was there a lot of bleeding? Down this way. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate grants a certain form of pride. Alright, let's go over this way and get the vitae, and that should be the last ingredient for the tonic. That we totally forgot about. Not really forgot, but... Yep, this is a long hallway. No, this is not the one I wanted. Must have been the first one. So I hope I wasn't over-exaggerating when I said that this was revolutionary to horror games. This, I truly believe this revolutionized the genre. This is not what I wanted either! Was it in the other room? The third room? I thought that was not the last one we visited. But I do truly believe that this revolutionized horror games. I mean, I don't think there's really anything like it. Most horror games you get, like, look at Resident Evil, it's a horror game, but you get a gun and you just shoot all the zombies in the head, like... Come on. This is what we're looking for. A grate covers a drainage pipe. Well, not anymore, it doesn't. There we go. Substance needs to be purified first. Okay, well, let's go talk to the person who might tell us how to do that. And off we go. Agrippa, I have
You have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me.
Yep.
Please, my fate.
Your fate is in my hands. Yes, I know. Now we combine according to the note. The tonic has to be made with care.
It is in your hands.
They can't combine it by hand. Well, there's a laboratory upstairs. Is that all you had to say?
I see you have all the orb pieces you need.
I have...
I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your
think we get the
heart to
laboratory
gather
yet.
the ingredients...
Probably, yeah, it's all boarded up. And I don't have a crowbar. No crowbar. Alright, so I guess we will go through that last door, number 2, with all the screaming. That
I
was
see that
an
all the
excellent
answers
choice.
you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
Handsome. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. The answer is no. Well, the answer is yes. It's about to end right now. Spooky. Uh-oh. Sleep. There are 3 different endings. Hazel spent all summer in bed, used to read to her after helping father with his work. In his mind, he was like... I don't know how to pronounce that word. There's 3 different endings.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me.
There it is.
I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
We'll need to pry at this part of the wall. What? It's right there. I guess there's technically 4 endings, because this can be an ending. How do we get that out? There's a giant hole right there. How do you, like... Oh, okay. So I just had to click in the right freaking spot. Stupid. Ow. Good thing this castle's falling apart. What? Shadow's not happy, apparently. We must save the ugly Slenderman off-brand. Last prisoner note. There is little left to say. I write solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself of the prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb, but now I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of the wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape, if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you and escape your clutches, and return with all the knights of the realm carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. So there's a key in the pipes that we need to get. But we need to act fast. Oh, hey, you weren't there just a second ago. Let's not look at that. All right, loading them. Bucket. Tinderbox. Why can I like move the beds, but I can't pick up the stools? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. And we put the bucket on there. What happens if we lower it and then raise it up again? Kersploosh. Is that a beetle? Is that a beetle? There's the beetle. Hi, beetle. Give. Pipe. There's a key in the pipe, but it can't be reached. Ah, yes. Flush the key out. Picked up a rusty key. It's locked. Oh man, what do I meant to say? Find a key to open the door leading out of the cell. You mean this key? Oh shoot, you're chasing. It's another chase sequence. Go! 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 Chase! 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 Given up from exhaustion, decided to have her committed for permanent treatment at Canterbury Hospice, but she was still alive. She embraced him and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria. Yes, the red glow is the shadow. The shadow is chasing us, but it's stopped by a door. Oh. No, tinderbox. Okay, good. Gotta get the tinderbox before I pass out. Alexander became silent. He did not know what to say. He could no longer recognize his friend sitting across the carriage.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me, and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children. We took the coach, went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. He went to take care of the farmhands. I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
The crying had stopped, and he could hear a whisper coming from the cell. They were up to something, and he would have to punish them. everything's covered in phlegm. Gross. Alright. Ow, 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 ow. Oh man, I lit all of those lights just to have the shadow put them out. That's unfortunate. Alright, to the laboratory, because we need to save this off, as you say. Ow, 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 what? Where am I? Okay. Thank you, Shadow, you helped me out here. Blowing the laboratory door off its hinges. What is this pipe connected to? Like, can anyone tell me that? What is this pipe connected to? How is it getting gas in there? Put that, oh, put that there, okay, and then put, Kerchunk. And then this needs to come over here. This. And we need this. Nope. Underneath. Put it. Come on. Put it. There we go. And crush that. Where's Tonic? We can now save Agrippa. Getting all upset about shit.
The castle trembled, and I could hear the chancel collapse.
There we go.
The laboratory might be accessible now.
Can we shut you up? Alright, whatever. Here you go. Drink up.
Quickly, off!
Off with his head!
Whatever happens, get me through that gate.
How do I remove, ow, how do I remove your head? I've got a wooden crank that I've never used. How do I remove your head? Oh, there's an area over here. There we go. That'll probably work, right? It won't budge. Stop beating me up, Shadow. Gosh, what did I ever do to you? Oh yes, I can break these. Give. Yes. Smoosh. All right. Continuing forward. Don't be all. Yeah, you're drippy. Ugh.
By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander.
All right, maybe this will stop me from talking. I don't know. Is that door unlocked now? Can I go through that door? Where does this go? I guess we'll never find out. Alright. Continuing forward. We're so close to the end, guys. Just hang in there. Open! There we go. What would have happened if I didn't visit this area? Because I don't think I... Oh, I did need to visit this area because I needed to take the digital. The sight of her lifeless body crippled his psyche. He tried to remove himself from the scene, but could not. Instead, he fell to his knees and begged her for forgiveness. And off we go. can't kick. There we go, I can kick down the door. Ow, ow, ow. This is why they gave me so much laudanum, just because this stuff will punch you in the face. Where you be, good man? Architect, like, where is this? Underground somewhere, but oh, hi. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna walk behind you over here. Just don't mind me. I'm not doing anything suspicious. To the ending, so I'll let you guys pick ending 1, 2, or 3. Ending 1, 2, or 3. I can't guarantee that I can get ending 1. I'll try my best, but... Ow, why'd you touch it? That is not a good idea. Gotta be something up in that other part. Or are you gone? Did you leave? You left. Good. Okay.
10th of August, 1839. I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down, and what is a life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent, but to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Ending 3. You have chosen ending 3. Are we in agreement on that? As far as I know, there should be at least one more person in Discord here watching. Unless if he left. Which is totally possible because it would be... 4 a.m. He might be gone. Got Bucket O Tar. Oh wait. I know what the bucket of tar is for. But wait, why do we need the tar? Said before that he didn't need it. Where are you, my dude? I don't see you, so we're gonna assume. Ow. Jump. Said before that you didn't need the adhesive though, so what is the point? No, we can't get through there. Ow. 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 Let's take a look at the journal. The orb... The orb does not by itself remove the barrier. Something must be done with the machine. Well, I tried, but you wouldn't let me do anything. Let's see, is there anyone out here now? No. guessing I still have not picked up every tinderbox in the game. I must have missed one or two. Because I should. Maybe I can just use this. Not large enough to jam. That's the same thing. It's a box. It's not going to be sturdy enough. Can I grab? Alright, give me 2 seconds. I gotta go to the bathroom. 7 also is not a valid answer. 1, 2, or 3. Ending 1, 2, or 3.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, we're back. We are back. I've got 3 so far. That's the ending that we're going to go with.
What I see.
I need something bigger than a hammer. Where? A rock? This is bigger than a hammer. Is this good enough? Hey, that works. A few cuts and bruises. Are we sticking with ending 3? I heard moose man. There's a moose man. There's a moose man. This way. I would assume he would. I would assume he'd check out the machinery, right? He'd be like, I heard Big Boom over this way. I'm gonna go check out Big Boom. Okay. It's not coming yet, at least. Let's at least walk. Come on, Moose Man, what are you doing? Are you just patrolling this one area? Okay, you're walking down that way. Which is not helpful to me. But maybe. Alright, Moose Man, where are you at? Still walking down that way. Okay, so we'll walk down this way now. You should just turn around this corner and go that way, right? Theoretically. Theoretically, this should work. I have no idea if it will. We'll stand all the way to the edge. See what happens. You want the ending where I squish Slender Man's head into the cogs like a pathetic walnut? Why? He was helpful. Kinda. Where are you, Moose Man? Oh, you're just gone. You just poofed. Okay. That was you. That little gust of wind there, that was you just poofing off into nowheresville. Alright, we have ending 3. Ending 3 so far. Ending 3. We have ending 3. He had turned angry. It was easy to take her insolence and make her the villain of the story, but she didn't deserve to die. Even he could see that. Two side chambers. Whoa. Why are you shaking so much?
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer, a monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Bum bum bum. Excuse me, why? A wound is I just like pricked my finger on that. Seriously? Alright, whatever. Good thing I got the laudanum. Alright. Off to the other side. I guess we're going with ending 3. Jeez. Man, like what do I do with that? Like I figured you just prick your finger, but apparently not. Is there more? Did I miss something? There's gotta be more, right? Ah, gonna get the bugs off my eyeballs. Oh, whoops. Oops. That was, not my intention. Didn't realize that was making me go crazy there. Well, that's okay. That should have recovered a little bit of sanity. Yep. I have this. That's making me go crazy again. I need to figure out where to use this crank. 'Cause it's gotta be what I gotta use here, right? I've only been to this area like once or twice ever. I don't remember entirely what I need to do. These look like Egyptian columns. Like at least hieroglyphic writing or something. Interesting. guess it makes sense, because that's where we found the orb. I'm probably missing something completely obvious right now.
He is lying.
Yep, we'll just use 5 tinder boxes. It's fine. Don't see anything. So what, I just rest my hand on that and drag it across? Bleed everywhere. Alright, what am I missing? What am I missing? Did that. Yeah. Nothing there. These are all wrapped in circles for some sort of ritual or something. What am I missing? Where is it? Shout out if you see something. 'Cause didn't I light these? I did. Apparently, a shadow doesn't like my candle lighting technique. Oh, got greedy eyes. Those weren't there before. Oh, there we go. Alright. I don't know what that was about, but alright. Apparently I wasn't missing anything. I just had to run around a couple times and figure it out. Not really. Wait for the shadow to catch up, I guess. All his life, he had thought that he was a good man. Terrible deeds were only committed by terrible people like Henry Bedloe, the bully at school. But now he had seen what he himself could do.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands.
What's up?
Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Ah, there we go.
Do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Stop it, Ted. You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you. Maybe. No, you fool! You killed us! You killed us both!
Achievement. Woohoo!
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back. You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary. I knew it was my purgatory, hellfire made to wash away my sins. There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
And we saved Agrippa! Woohoo! Great game. Great game. Now, for discussions. So, Chalote kept saying that Alexander is a terrible, awful man. That's not necessarily true. If you look at the story that we uncovered, he didn't start out torturing people. He wanted to try to get an alchemic solution to his problem. So he's not a human. He came from another world. He was actually banished to Earth by those people of that other world. And originally he wanted to try to find an alchemic solution. And he tried for ages to find an alchemic solution. And he could not. And then, when he found out that the Vitae could be used to, I don't know, finish his thing, he tried doing it on animals first, which this Vitae was only found in living creatures, so he tried doing it on animals first and not humans, and then he finally realized that humans were the only ones that could produce what he needed exactly. So, it's not that he wanted to torture humans, he just wanted to get home. So he's not necessarily... I mean, he's not a good person, but he's not necessarily evil either, just like Daniel. I mean, you saw at the end there, Daniel was doing all the same things that... I can turn it down. That's not what I wanted. I want this. Okay. It's probably still a little loud, huh? There we go, it's probably a little bit better. No, not necessarily. Daniel ended up doing all the same stuff that Alexander was doing in the end, but then he finally realized, well, first of all, Alexander was lying to him. He's saying that they were all criminals and murderers and all that. But he, I mean, became himself a murderer and a torturer and a very terrible person. He did realize at the end what he was doing, and he tried to correct his mistakes, but he also tried to forget everything he did, which is also not ideal. You know, forgetting your past is not any good way to cope with it either, and that's what this whole game is really about. Daniel forgetting what he did so he can move on, but that's not really what you should be doing either. Agrippa's head is still in our inventory. That is, you can use his head. So if you remember him talking, he was like, you know, let him open the portal and then, you know, throw me into it. You can use that for one of the endings, throwing Agrippa's head into there. And then the last ending is something different. If you want to find out what those endings are, play the game for yourself. Great game. The end. Great game. So you guys gotta let me know what you want to see me play next. Alien Isolation is a really good one. I really enjoy. I have beaten it a couple times already, though, just like this one. There is another game that I have called Visage that was in early access when I first got it. I don't know where it's at right now, but it was a horror game that I have very little playtime in, so that might be interesting. I'll have to check it out, see if there's any updates for it. What else do I got? I've got Limbo, but that's not really a horror game. Still a good game, but it's more of like a horror style platformer puzzle solver. I don't know if I got anything else. But you guys gotta let me know. As for this, that's the end of this stream, so I'll see y'all later.